Hello, everyone. My name is Brendan, and welcome to Our Life in Horror. Today, we got a pretty solid movie discussion, I think, to discuss. We're going to be talking about Motel Hell. Just don't forget to like and subscribe and share this video to anybody around. And I am joined by a wonderful reoccurring guest who is always here to support me. And this week, we decided to watch something that neither of us has seen, and I think that's sweet. So I can check this off my watch list. That's perfect. I'm going to bring him on right now. We got Sean from Sean's Horror Corner. Hello.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Good. You?
Doing well. Thank you. Yeah. And thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Of course. I think this is going to be an interesting discussion.
Yeah, I think so too.
Okay. Why don't you just take a moment and tell everybody what you do? You just put out an episode today on April Fool's Day. I was watching it while I was cooking dinner.
Yeah. Just my YouTube channel. I just review a lot of horror movies, especially a lot of slashers. I go through a lot of slasher movies, older 80s stuff. But yeah, I try to get some new stuff in there once in a while as well. And yeah, just had an episode come out on April Fool's Day today. Friday, I will have an episode on Friday the 13th 3 with that horror couple. They're going to be on there with me. And then, some more fun stuff coming next week. The Funhouse, Jeepers Creepers 3, Dangerous Animals, I think next week. So yeah, got some good stuff coming. Yeah.
Awesome. You also just put out your top 10 movies of 2025, I saw.
Yeah, that was just a couple of days ago. Yeah, that was a crazy episode. I get like almost all the way through my list and remembered a movie I forgot. I was like, damn, I should have had that in here. But yeah, it was all right. It was fun.
Yeah, good. That's always the way it goes.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a moment here real quick to say hello to the chat. We got Ryan Swayze in the house. Hello, Ryan. And he did put Sean's link there for everybody to go like and follow if you aren't already. Yes, don't forget to like and subscribe, share the video, hype it up when it's done. I do my best to hype these videos up for my own account, but by the time I like hype up all the videos I want to, I've already ran out of hypes. Chester, hey Chester, you're becoming a regular, and I love it. You're in here before everybody else is. You're just like Ryan. And we got Sam here. Yay, Sean.
Hey, Sam.
Hello, Holland Oats.
Yeah.
Messed up. Where's Rob? Rob's got to be in here somewhere. Not yet. Okay.
He'll be around.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, he'll just pop in to say that he hates the movie and then leave.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm really curious to talk to Rob here in a few days. Maybe I finally left because you listen to Slasher Radio's podcast, right? You've been going back and listening to some of that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I've been listening to it for a little bit here lately as well, and I finally left them a voicemail. I had never done that before, but I really wanted to make some comments, so I left a voicemail. I'm curious if it's going to show up on the next thing or not. I'm waiting.
Oh, I am so jealous. I talked about doing that like before Christmas because like that's when they were like that was after live stream or 10-hour live stream, and I said Gabagool, and Mikey was so mad. Yeah. So I was gonna leave a voice message and like kind of clarify why like I did that, and then I don't. Who do you call? Like, what's their number?
I had to Google it to find it because I had heard them talk about it, and I'm like, let me go find this number. So I found the number, and it's it's good. I really hope they play it because I make a couple of comments about their episode. I actually mentioned that Rob is pretty entertaining, and then I close out by just saying Gabagool. That's what I say before I hang up, just to fuck with Mikey. So yeah, I really can't wait till they hear this.
Awesome. And speaking of the man himself, he is here as well. Hello, Rob.
Yes, Mr. Rob.
You're late. We also got Absolute Sentinel Thing. Hello.
I just saw Rob's comment down there. So yeah, I can't wait to hear the new episode.
Yeah, you will be in there. Awesome. We got Slasher Radio's link in there as well as Absolute Sentinel Thing is also in here. Perfect. So I'm gonna dive. Oh, first kind of fun fact about this movie. I don't know if you have the Scream. I'm assuming you have the Scream Factory 4K.
Yes, that's what I've got.
So I didn't think like. Do you have a slipcover?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't bring it over here, but yeah.
There's an alternative slip under here.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Okay, that's pretty cool. I didn't really even catch that. Yeah, I mean, I opened it up and everything, but I just didn't pay attention. That's kind of cool.
I didn't know that either. Most of the time, their new 4K releases don't have alternative art, so I
Right.
just decided to kind of mess around with it yesterday, and I'm like, oh, that's a totally different picture. Well, it's not totally different, but it's a different
A
photo on the
little.
back.
Yeah,
I'm like,
I'm gonna
oh,
have to
okay.
go look at that now when we're done. I started to bring it over here and I'm like, I think Brenda and I had the exact same copy, so I won't do that. But now I'm gonna go look when we're finished to see if that's what that looks like.
Yeah, I hope so too. Um, let's see. I just went out to Rob. I just went out to dinner with the kid, and we just got home. Nice.
Very cool.
Hey, Bo's here. Hello,
Hey,
Bo.
Bo.
Hopefully, his daughters are working for Sam right now, so I bet you they're beat.
That's good. She's keeping them busy.
Yeah, absolutely. Here we go. Yep. First things first. Fun fact about this movie: it's not good.
That's so
Called it.
awesome.
And there's the link to Bo's critic as well. Bo's channel, sorry. And then absolute sentinel thing. Fun fact: I have actually never seen it. Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna talk about whether or not you should.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get into some facts about this movie real quick. So, Motel Hell was released in 1980. It has a runtime of an hour and 46 minutes. It has a 63% on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6 out of 10 on IMDb. The synopsis for the film: a seemingly friendly farmer and his sister kidnap unexpecting Jesus Christ, why can't I speak? Travelers and bury them alive, using them to create the special meat they are famous for. Oh my God. Kevin Connor is the director. We got Rory Calhoun as Vincent Smith, Paul Link as Bruce Smith, Nancy Parsons as Ida Smith, Nina Axelrod, Axelrod as Terry. Yeah, we got Wolfman Jack in there as well as Reverend Billy, and I'm just gonna kind of leave it there because I don't think really anybody else gets any screen time. So before we dive into this movie, spoilers. Tell me why did you pick this movie to watch, and then give us your spoiler-free review.
Okay, so I picked it one because I hadn't seen it. I've heard about this movie a lot. I feel like it's kind of having maybe a cult following, that kind of thing. It's just one that I had never seen. I saw a clip of it years ago, and I was like, what the hell is this? And then I just kind of moved on and didn't pay attention. And I've just heard other people mention it since then. So I was very curious. I almost did a review on it a while back on my YouTube channel. Like, I ordered the 4K just so I could do it on my channel. And then I ended up doing something else. I got the 4K and just put it on my shelf and never went back to it. And so when you told me to pick a movie, I was just kind of looking through stuff and I'm like, I've never seen that. Let's give it a shot. Let's watch it and see what I think. And I didn't know at the time you hadn't seen it either. So yeah, that's why I picked it, just because I had it and I'd never watched it. Spoiler-free thoughts. So are you wanting like the 3-word thing or just my spoiler-free thoughts in general?
Just spoiler-free thoughts in general, real quick. We'll get them out.
It's not 100% what I expected. Man, this is tough because I really don't want to spoil anything. It's different. It's okay. It's different. There's some things about it that I like, some things that I didn't like. A little creepy, I guess. I'm glad I got to watch it for the first time, and I might watch it again at some point. Yeah, it's not quite what I expected, but it's all right. That's my spoiler-free thoughts.
Okay. All right. No, I think that's totally fair because I agree. This was not what I was expecting. It actually took me probably half the movie to even get into it because I was like, what is going on? There's just so much going on in this movie, and it bounces back and forth between two tones. And then I was like, maybe that's kind of the point. It's supposed to be like this. So then I was like, okay. And then by the second half of the movie, I was like, okay, this is actually pretty decent. Like, it's funny.
Yeah. I don't think I knew that it was a horror comedy for the most part. I didn't realize that. I thought it was a straight horror movie, and so yeah, I'm right there with you. It was taking me a little bit, but by the end, I'm like, okay, yeah,
Yeah, I'm in the same. I had no idea what this movie was. I think I've just seen some clips too of like, yeah, I think the most iconic shot of the movie is him coming out of the room with the pig head on and the
yeah,
chainsaw. Like that's all I had seen from this movie, and like maybe a picture of Vincent before, and like the cover art. The cover art's really good cover art. Actually,
gotcha.
I really enjoy it. But I have no idea about this movie, so it's going to be an interesting one to talk about, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
But before I get into spoilers, I'm just going to say hi to Corey Tiger. What is going on? And we got Stephanie Henkel in the house. Hello, Steph. Yeah, we'll just kind of leave her at that. Okay. So believe it or not, we created the outline for this show, and I never do the 3 words anymore because we changed stuff up. So now I just don't remember to do that every time. So how about you go with your first 3 words?
Okay, so I just said creepy, campy, 80s. That's my 3 words.
Damn, that was fast, and they were all really good.
It took me a minute to come up with it. Yeah, that's one of the hardest things I have when I do this for you guys, and I feel like I should know your outline by now, but I thought I remembered once before that y'all changed it up a little bit, so I'm like, let me have them send it to me again. And every time I struggle with the 3 words, but yeah, that's what I came up with.
Well, guess what? I might change it again here. There might be another change up on the outline coming up. Maybe we'll see. Yeah. So my 3 words are gonna be funny, wild time.
Okay, that works.
Yeah. So I want to throw roller coaster in there at some point too, because it's just such a roller coaster of a movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. Well, since you know the outline better than me, what's our next category? Is it casting characters?
Sorry, I lost you for a second. You disappeared. You're back. You're okay.
Did I? All right, I'm gonna get rid of this tab because usually, if I have stuff going on in the background, there we go. Are we on the casting characters now? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I think so. What I've got listed now is the favorite character, the least favorite character, that kind of thing. So,
okay.
I really have a hard time with favorite character. I don't. Yeah, I don't want to get into performances yet. I don't know. I feel like your favorite character should be Terry, but I almost don't know that she gets enough. Like she's a little odd, and I'm like, I feel like you're supposed to be for her, but something about her so awkward. I don't know if I have a favorite character. I mean, even not to spoil too much yet, but the sheriff that supposed to save the day at the end, he's kind of a dick for the first part of the movie, a little bit, in my opinion. So I don't think I have a favorite character in this movie. Yeah, I don't know. How about you?
I'm gonna go with Vincent for favorite character if I had to.
Okay.
I think Vincent is so charming. He just brings that like Southern charm.
Yeah.
And he's just like got like, farmer through and through written all over him.
And I started to say that I just hated putting the main bad guy as my favorite character, but I guess you do that with Friday the 13th, Halloween. A lot of times the villain's your favorite, so I can see Vincent being the favorite. I was trying to find somebody, and I'm like, there's not a lot of likable people in this movie. So
yeah, no, but at least like Vincent like comes off as caring. It's just he's so like polluted in what his like general thinking of what he's doing is, right? But like if you take that away, if you just stick to like the Hallmark sections of this movie, he's a really good dude.
Yeah, overall, he's just got one little issue there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, like I agree. Like for trying to find like another likable character is so hard, but finding unlikable characters is pretty easy actually for the rest of this. So hit me up with some of your least favorite characters.
So my least favorite characters, and I didn't get their names written down, but it's just that couple that they end up coming across.
The swingers?
The swingers, yeah. Those two just annoyed the hell out of me. They're so dumb. And they're just not likable people. I don't know. That's who I had down as my least favorite. I almost put the sheriff down there, but he somewhat redeems himself a little bit, I guess, at the end. So yeah, the swinger couple just annoyed the hell out of me.
Okay, that's actually where the turning point for this movie happened for me, because
Okay.
I was like, okay, this movie's been kind of like serious, but it's still kind of like tongue in cheek. But like once once this scene happens in the room, not
Yeah.
even before like the couple are Vincent and his sister are introduced, but like when it's just her by herself in there, I was fucking laughing. I'm like, what is happening in this movie right now? Why
Yeah.
is the scene so long? But I'm like, I get it now. This movie is just ridiculous, and it's supposed to be taken that way.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny. I mean, I'm not going to say the scene's not funny. The scene is funny. I just didn't like, I mean, like, I think at one point they even make a comment like, are they into animals? Like he says,
Yep.
are they into animals? And she's like, I hope so. And I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? Like, these are
Oh
just not,
yeah.
yeah. So, yeah, they annoyed me. The scene itself was kind of funny, but they annoyed me.
Okay. All right. That's interesting. The couple. I'm actually gonna go. This is gonna be wild. I'm gonna go with Terry.
Okay.
Our, our final girl as the worst, one of the worst
Yeah.
characters of this movie, just because she just does not do anything in this movie. Not she doesn't do a single thing, and she just shows up and she's like, "Oh, I'm really beginning to like this farm life or whatever," but like we haven't seen you do anything
Yeah.
at all. You just show up and you're just like, I really like getting up early now. I'm becoming a farm girl. And it's like, have you like fed the hogs? Have you like
Yeah.
done anything? Like, what do you do all day? You know?
Right.
And she doesn't take a moment and call her parents after she's gotten into a motorcycle accident. She's just dumb, dude. Like
No,
she
I
is
agree.
like
Yeah, she's
one
very
of
dumb. Yeah, don't understand her. I don't even think I mean, I hate to say it, but I don't even think the performance is that good either. But I couldn't tell if that was really the performance or if it was just the character. Yeah, and I just kept thinking, I think we're supposed to like her and root for her, but I'm really having a hard time doing it because she is just really dumb. So yeah, I'm with you 100%.
Yeah, it was the same kind of feeling I was getting for Bruce too, the brother, which is
Yeah,
just one of the weirdest situations ever.
yeah,
But like during the movie theater thing or the drive-in, I was like, okay, like if we go from there and he still ends up being a bad guy, I don't care that this scene happened. But then the movie tries to do the flipperoo
yeah,
and make us like him and root
right.
for him, and I'm like, I hope Vincent just fucking tears this guy up with a chainsaw. Like that's all I want,
Yeah,
because like you're not redeemable after that point.
yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think they try, but I don't know that it works. So yeah, I'm with you.
Okay, I'm just gonna take a moment here real quick to say hello to Coy. Happy Sanjo. What is going on?
So
Happy Wednesday. We are in the hump of the week.
yes.
All right. Who do you got for performances?
I mean, I think easily the best performance is Rory Calhoun as Vincent. He's great. I think his performance was really good. I also thought Nancy Parsons was pretty good as Ida. Man, it was funny for me to see her in this role because I only knew her from one other thing that was very different from this. So, yeah, but Roy Calhoun's great as Vincent. He does a really good job. I think his performance was very solid. A lot of the performances in the movie are pretty mediocre, but I think he carries this movie, honestly.
Oh, for sure he does. Yeah, he holds such a presence when he's on screen, and it's no wonder they kind of. I feel like the script was worked around him
Probably,
instead of
yeah.
everybody. Like once he signed on, I feel like everybody was kind of like, we should probably realize that this guy's going to sell this movie, and
Yeah,
nobody else will.
right.
Um, so he definitely takes it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Did you ever see Porky's? I'm just curious. Or have you even heard
no,
of Porky's? Okay.
I've heard of Porky's. I picked it up actually the other day, and I was looking at it, and I was like, "Is this like a?" I can't remember if it was a horror movie or not, or a horror
No,
comedy.
it's not horror at all. It's like a sex
Okay.
comedy, for to be honest with you, for the most part. I saw
Okay.
it way too young. I saw this when I was a teenager. I should not have seen the movie, but I did, and I'd seen it a couple of times since then. And Nancy Parsons is in Porky's. She's like a gym teacher that keeps trying to get people in trouble, and so that's what I knew her from. I had only seen her in this ridiculous comedy. And then to see her in this, I'm like, oh wow, I think her name in Porky's is like Mrs. Ballbreaker or something like that. And I'm like, oh, that's Miss Ballbreaker. That's funny. So yeah.
Okay, yeah, because I don't think I've seen any of these actors. I feel like I've seen Vincent before, maybe, in like some old stuff, like some really old westerns. Yeah, like he was huge in westerns, like back in the day. I guess I was watching a kind of like a retrospective on the movie after it was done last night, and I was like, I swear I've seen him in maybe something with John Wayne at one point in my life, but I couldn't tell you now. Worst actor?
I mean, I don't know her name. You probably have it there somewhere. I'm probably gonna say Terry, whoever the girl was that played Terry. I didn't like the performance. And again, maybe it was more the character, but I just didn't. Yeah, I wasn't buying anything she was doing at all. So yeah,
I'd take Terry with that too. I'd take the brother as well. I mean, he was also pretty rough, Bruce.
He was, yeah, and I feel like I've seen him in something. He looked familiar to me as well, but I have no idea what it was. But yeah, he wasn't great either. But yeah, she was bugging me the most, probably.
Yeah. All right. I'm just gonna take a moment here, real quick. We got Hobby Sandro has been a member for 10 months. You're on a roll, man. Cool. Thank you so much. I'm gonna get you a super chat. What's this one?
Wow, prodigious boobies, sis. If you keep on going, you'll have to hire someone just to tie your shoes.
We're very limited on our super chats right now, so I rifle through 3 of them. Awesome. I think that's all the chats you have to catch up on. Okay, so I know we're not going through cinematography and stuff like that. We're just gonna do like general likes of the film. Okay. Same with same. I got also a dislike pile as well. Okay. So what's your first like?
I think that the story itself is actually pretty creepy. While, yeah, I don't want to say that yet. I'll give that more of a dislike. I feel like it's a pretty creepy story, and it does have some, as silly as it is, and where the comedy is at in the film. I do think there are some fairly creepy moments, especially when they're out, messing around in the garden, and you're seeing the heads, and people have these, their throats slit and stuff, and vocal cords messed up. So I do feel like it's got some creepy kind of, there's a creepiness there that I did like from it. So I'll start with that.
Okay. I'll agree. I did enjoy that kind of aspect. I was really confused as to why they were doing it. Like, it just seems like a lot of effort.
Yeah.
I still don't know why they're doing it, because it's like, why would you plant them, take out their vocal cords, feed them for like a day, and then pull them out and then eat them?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Vincent had his reasons, man. That's the way they did it. That's the way Grandma did it, apparently.
Yeah, maybe the earth made them more tender. I just don't. I don't understand why. There's just no rhyme or reason behind it. They were just like, right. I guess like you can keep them alive for a little bit longer, maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one really threw me for a loop. I thought it was really creepy and cool. Like you said, I'm like, oh, this is actually pretty cool. They had this like weird like music or sound effect in the background too. The muffle, and that was a really creepy effect.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. I agree.
I like that. My first like was that's a lot of meat for $2.99. He gives them like this big to-go box with like this thing is huge, and then he like sells that it's not made with any preservatives. It's all natural food, and then it's like, how long has the box been sitting there then? Like, do you replace them every day? I'm like, you go through a lot of meat in a week for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of like that, and that's kind of where you get like this. Oh, he's like a nice dude, you know. He's just giving his family stuff, and I'll lead into the when Vincent scares the kids.
Yeah,
That was just so out of left field. It was
I
fucking
know.
hilarious.
It was pretty funny. I agree. Yeah, and I would probably even go like that would be maybe my second like because you've heard me say before, horror comedies don't always work for me because I feel like they're I don't know. There's so much comedy in them that there is no horror, creepy anything to it. Um, or the comedies just doesn't land. I felt like the comedy worked in this one. There were some times where I was legit laughing and thought it was pretty good. So that was my second like for somebody that struggles with horror comedies. This was actually funny. So that's why another thing that I liked about this one.
Awesome. Real quick, I'm gonna take a quick second. It takes all kind of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. Hello, Dusty, Bloodwire Radio. He also gives suggestions here. A good triple feature is Motel Hell, Tourist Trap, and The Intruder.
Okay.
I still have to watch The Intruder. I haven't gotten to
Yeah,
that.
I haven't seen The Intruder either.
What you got for your next like?
I do like being an 80s guy. This movie is definitely 80s. I like the feel and the look of the movie. I mean, it definitely gives the 80s vibe from some of the music playing and just the way things look. So I appreciate the cinematography. I think we get some decent shots. So it's definitely the 80s feel, the 80s vibe that I get from it. I like that as well.
Okay, I totally agree with that. I think I wrote a quote. Is my next one, and it meat's meat and a man's gotta eat. I just
Yeah.
kind of laughed. This movie is surprisingly quotable. I kind of wish I would have wrote more down, but like Vincent
Yeah.
gets all the banger lines.
Yeah. No, I agree. The one you mentioned, the one that you mentioned in the chat a while ago about it takes all kinds of critters to make Farmer Vincent's fritters. I wrote both of those quotes down because I like those as well. And then there's another one I like at the end of the movie. I don't know why. I just thought it was funny. Is Vincent's dying, where he says, "I'm the biggest hypocrite of them all," and I'm like, "Oh, what's he about to say?" And then he's like, "His meats had preservatives in it." And I was like,
Yeah.
But yeah, there's some good
he had to get it off his chest. That was the only thing in his life that it was eating him away slowly. It wasn't the murdering of hundreds of dozens of people.
Yeah, it was the fact that he used preservatives. Yeah, it was pretty funny. That cracked me up as well. So yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I put down. So this is like what kind of threw me for a loop is like the tonal shifts. Between you get like these Hallmark movies moments throughout this film quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I like them, but it just never feels like it truly ever goes anywhere. And then all of a sudden it'll immediately cut to Vincent catching his critters in all kinds of different fun ways. So I like the way I like all the like him catching the critters, although I do think for this movie he catches probably too many than what he is needed for for what could have been like a tight hour and 30-minute movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm like, he's not fucking around. He's catching like every night he's catching at least a minimum of 2 people.
Yeah, absolutely.
What you got for your next one?
So the next thing that I wrote down was I actually kind of like the little chainsaw battle at the end. I think it's I don't know if this is where they got some inspiration for the chainsaw battle in Texas Chainsaw 2, but I feel like this chainsaw battle is better than the one in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I just like this one a little bit more. So I wrote down the chainsaw battle. It was fun. I mean, it's not anything amazing, but I thought it was fun. I thought it was better than what they did in Texas Chainsaw. So yeah, I like this chainsaw battle.
Okay, I also wrote that down. I put down this is one of the best and one of the worst fucking chainsaw fights I have ever seen.
Got it. Yeah, I can see that.
My next scene is like I said, this is where things change for me. The whip scene, she's in her tight little wet leather outfit, just whipping everything in the room.
Yeah,
just like
I was just like, what the hell? Yeah.
goes on for like 4 or 5 minutes of just like that. I'm like, what is going on in this movie? But like, I'm like, this is it. This is what switched it. I get it. This movie is just supposed to be this far out horror comedy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I finally understand what this movie is. So maybe I can actually get my head around and get involved in it a little bit more, because the tonal shifts from like the Hallmark to like the slasher kind of aspects were just kind of really throwing me off. I didn't quite get it. But after that scene, I was like, I understand. I'm like, I got this now. Did I disappear again?
You did for just a second, but you came back. So yeah,
Damn.
you were talking about the tonal shifts. No, you're good.
Yeah. I gotta hardwire myself in here.
You're all right. Yeah, that scene, it's crazy. And what you were talking about, it does go on, in my opinion, a little bit too long. But another line that I think is pretty good comes in that scene as well, because when they're tying the couple up, she says something about is this doggy style, and he's like, no, it's hog style or something. I just thought it was funny as well. So yeah, another good line from Vincent there.
Yeah, I really like that whole scene. I was just cracking up because I'm like, of course they'd be in a bondage too. So like they see the ropes and they're all pumped.
Oh yeah.
Do you have any more?
The only other thing I've got as far as likes, we've already kind of talked about it a little bit, and that's Rory Calhoun's performance. He's so good as Vincent here, and he does carry it, even because I've started to feel the runtime later into the movie. I'm like, okay, let's start to wrap this up now. This is going on a bit long, but even in some of those moments where it's dragging a little here and there, he's still pretty good. He still carries things well. So that was the only other thing I wrote down was his performance as far as likes.
Okay, I wrote down a little bit more. The priest looking at the magazine after he takes it away from Bruce. I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, that was funny.
Let's see. I also put down like the classic, the pig head reveal with him coming out with the chainsaw is so iconic.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, like one of the other things too was the champagne where Terry is like, she gets knocked out or whatever.
Yeah.
That champagne is like neon green, and she's like, doesn't even think about it. She's like, oh, it's just champagne, and drinks it and then falls asleep. Just doesn't even look at it or anything. It's like that'd be the first thing. It's like somebody dumped the whole thing of food coloring into it. And
Yeah.
It's just so ridiculous. So I laughed at that. I'm like, you're so dumb.
What do you think, if you don't mind me asking, what was Ida's problem with Terry? I mean, like I was having a hard time figuring out why was she just jealous of her, you think? Or like,
I think
is that what it was?
Yeah, I think that's kind of what they were leaning towards, was jealousy.
Okay.
For sure. Because I didn't really understand it either. And for a while, I thought that they were together. Like I thought.
I'm with you, man. I thought in the beginning of the movie they were like a couple, not brother and sister. So it took me a minute to figure that part out.
Yeah, like they don't even like introduce them as brother and sister until like 20, 30 minutes into the movie, right?
Yeah, no, I think that's right. But that did make me think. No, was it that far in before that? You might be right. Was it that far in when they finally say that they're brother and sister?
I'm not sure. I was trying to catch it and maybe I missed it. Maybe I was taking a note, but
you might be right. But I did. You saying that though did remind me of one other thing that I thought was funny when we were talking about our likes is the picnic scene where it looks like Ida's about to reveal to Terry maybe the secret to the meat. And Vincent just like punches her in the stomach. I don't know why, but that was so funny to me. He just out of nowhere punches her in the stomach, and the noise she makes when he does it, I'm like, damn, he just hit her. But yeah, I thought that was funny.
Because it's so far out of left field, you just don't see it happening, and then it just happens, and then it's so like deadpan serious, you can't help but laugh.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I did like that.
All right, that's kind of all I got for likes as well. You said I used preservatives as well. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
All right. Well, do you have a laundry list of dislikes or?
Not a laundry list, but there are some things, and I'm going to start off right off the bat. This is what I was going to mention earlier. I do wish, even though the comedy landed for the most part. I mean, not always, but for the most part. I went into this movie, and maybe this is what took me a little while to get into it as well, because I thought this movie was more horror than what it really was. And that was my first issue. Is I feel like while it had some creepiness to it, I don't know, maybe there was a little too much of the humor. I don't know. I'd like to have seen it attempt to be a little bit scarier. There wasn't quite enough of that for me. Creepy at times, but not scary at all. And I wish there would have been just a little bit more of a horror element to it. I don't know how they would have done that with how silly and off the wall they got at times, but I don't know. I would have liked to have seen a little more horror aspect.
Apparently, this movie was supposed to be incredibly dark. Like it was originally made to be like very, very serious, very dark. But I guess the original writers couldn't get that like sold, so they decided to. I can't remember now. They sold the rights to somebody, and then they went ahead and like changed a bunch of the scripts.
Okay.
So, yeah, so that's why there was like the huge tonal shifts.
Gotcha.
My first dislike is gonna be there's no way that motorcycle like that motorcycle crash was so bad at the beginning.
It was bad. I agree.
And it's not like it's not like she wouldn't remember what happened. I'm actually confused of why she doesn't remember anything, because it wasn't that serious of an accident, and yet they're acting like she was just like thrown 30 feet from the bicycle, and like I was just like, what's going on here? But yeah, it was just like, especially because I didn't know what the tone of the movie was, and that was the first kind of like incident that happens. I was like, what am I getting myself into right now? So that was like, I was like, oh no, I'm like this might not be very good, but okay, that's what I got for my first dislike, anyways.
Okay. From there, I would probably go with, we've already talked about him a little bit, but the brother, the sheriff. I don't know. Everything just seemed, I don't know. There was a lot off there. He was such a creep and a jerk, but at the same time, he was also kind of seemed like maybe he was supposed to be funny. He was silly, and then he turns out to, now he's supposed to be the hero. Like, I just didn't like anything about this character at all. Nothing they did with him I thought was any good whatsoever. Yeah, something needed to change where that character was concerned, because I didn't like him. I didn't think he was funny. I wasn't buying him as a hero. Like, there was just nothing. I'm like, this guy, really? So yeah, that whole character was my next issue.
I 100% agree, because how does he not know what they're doing?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes no sense to me. Like, I was like, okay, their brother's a cop, so that's how they're like getting away with these murders, right? I'm like, that makes sense. That's smart of them to do. And then like halfway, he's doing these investigations, and he's like, I just found like hundreds of cars in the pond back there, and like he's definitely like killing these people and doing stuff to them. And it's like, did you not know this? Like,
yeah, it would have made more sense for him to have been in on it, honestly, than for them to do what they did. And they play him as such a, for lack of a better word, an idiot for so much of the movie. And then we're supposed to believe that suddenly he's got these investigating skills, and he figures all this out really quickly. I'm just like, no, I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all.
The detective skills. Yeah, I was out doing some detective work, he says to Terry. I'm like, yeah. Sure you were. He's looking by a tree with a scratch on it, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, so this character was really an issue for me, and just the different things they tried to do with him, none of it worked.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. I think that character was just a missed opportunity to have him in the family doing what everybody else is doing.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, you could have, even if he would have been in on it, I mean, you could have made a twist and had maybe kind of an open ending of what might happen if you've got that he's in on it, but he falls for Terry, so he pretends to not be in on it, and does what he does to save her, but yet he's still he is one of the bad guys and he's made it through by faking this. That sounds like a better plot to me than what we got where he was concerned. So yeah, they could have done something like that and it would have been better, I think.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I'm just going to take a moment here real quick to say hello to Paula. Hello. As well as Bronson's in the house. Hello. We're doing well.
Yeah, doing good.
There's one of the rock stars in the big van or whatever has the most fake looking facial hair I've ever seen in the movie. It looks like third grade like play level stuff going on.
Yeah, there was. Yeah, I thought the whole band in general was kind of annoying there a little bit, but yeah, it didn't look great. And that's, I mean, you kind of mentioned this earlier. If you don't, I'll go ahead and go into like the next one of my dislikes here is that I feel like there's too many victims. We could have done, if we could have made, I mean, we could have added some horror and some suspense if maybe we would have done something where fewer victims, but more of the chase of getting these victims, more pursuit other than just a couple of crashes and now they're buried in the garden. I mean, there's too many and not enough to make you care about any of these victims. I mean, you don't really get much to, invest in. You don't like them. You barely see them. I think that's maybe where they could have given us some more horror is rather than do it that way. Let's cut down on the number of people we're putting into the garden, but let's give some suspense in how they caught them. I think could have been better. So yeah, too many characters in this for me.
I 100% agree. And instead of like take out some rockers, take out like maybe the blonde and the other girl.
Yeah.
And then maybe how about we give some time to Terry and see how she's developing, right? Because
that might have been better.
All of a sudden she's in love with Vincent too. We haven't brought that up yet.
Yeah, like where that came from. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it. The dude's good looking even in his like 80s, but like come on. Like you're like 18, 19, 20, like you ran a. And then I was like looking, I'm like, what did her boyfriend look like at the beginning of the movie? And then of course like her boyfriend's also an older guy, but like not Vincent old, you know what I mean?
Right.
I'm like, that's a little extreme.
Yeah, because I felt like the only kill that was fun when they're getting these victims was the guy that came to do the inspection that he was talking to a little bit that was kind of looking around. And even it wasn't great, but at least we got something. Like, we got kind of stalking him for a moment before he, hits him and they do their thing with him and then they kind of torment him a little bit. Give us more of something like that with some of these other people, I think would have helped instead of having so many of them. So I'm with you. And it would have been perfect to maybe give more of that time to Terry, because if we could have got more out of her character, maybe she would have been more likable. But we didn't get much chance to really see her develop. We just know that apparently she woke up from this accident and liked being a farmer and liked old men.
Yeah. Like give us a reason why she doesn't want to call home, like were her parents abusive? Was there like a rocky relationship from a boyfriend or something like that? Like, there's just no rhyme or reason why she wouldn't. And she even brings it up. She's like, maybe I should call my parents. And she's like, pretty much like, no, I'm not going to do that though. And then all of a sudden, like she's, in love with Vincent. And I'm like, that is not the direction I thought this was going either. I'm like, I thought like he was like liking her as like a daughter kind of sense, like maybe the daughter he never had. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like he wants to like put her under a wing, show her how to like kill people and make the meats. And I'm like, okay, that all makes sense. And then all of a sudden they're getting married like 5 minutes later. I'm like, what is happening?
Yeah,
like this is wild.
I agree 100%. And I guess that's just the tone of the whole movie. But that was one of the things I wrote down for dislikes as well, is where that came from, how she suddenly fell in love with him and wanted to marry him. And just like, I don't, this also came out of left field and doesn't make any sense. So, yeah.
I mean, his meat must be pretty good. Like his smoked meat must be all right.
I guess because
she was pretty convinced pretty early. Like she only spent like less than a week there and she's already head over heels for this guy.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I don't have too many other dislikes. We already kind of went over them all.
Yeah, the only other thing that I wrote down was that I do feel like, and you mentioned that they could have tightened it up. I felt like it started to drag. It's about 15 minutes too long. It just, yeah, by the time it was over, I was ready for it to be over. So, yeah, I did feel like it started to drag towards the end. And I think a lot of it was because of the whole they're going to get married and um, Ida trying to kill her in the lake. I mean, it just, some of that could have been cut out because it really didn't do anything.
Yeah, that was like again like one of those just weird scenes where it's just like a Hallmark thing, and then it turns a little dark,
Yeah.
and it's like what's going on? Um, yeah, and it didn't drag. It didn't drag at the end for me. This is like one of the rare instances where it dragged at the beginning of the movie for me, just
Okay.
because I couldn't figure out the tone.
Gotcha.
And then yeah, like once that whip scene happened, I'm like, okay,
You're all in.
I understand. Yeah, I understand now. I
Yeah.
got this. Because I couldn't tell if it was them trying to make a good movie, but it just kind of ended up being bad. But it just turned out that they were making a bad movie on purpose, you know?
Right. Right. One of those that's so bad that I don't know, good might be pushing it a little bit, but yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
it's not bad. It's okay.
yeah. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yeah, I think the only reason it wasn't dragging for me in the beginning was because I had high expectations because I felt like I'd heard so much about this and it being good, and so I kept, even though I didn't totally understand the tone either, was a little confused. I'm like, okay, but something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. So I was still okay, and then once I kind of figured out, okay, this is what we're doing, then I was just like, okay, let's wrap it up. I got it now. I see what we're doing. We're just batshit crazy. Let's wrap it up. So,
Yeah.
I guess that's kind of how I felt.
All right. Awesome. Yeah. After dislikes, do you have any like general thoughts before, and you want to give your rating?
This is one that I wouldn't mind seeing. Not everything needs a remake. I fully believe that, but this is one that I wouldn't mind maybe seeing a remake somewhere down the road, but I don't want it to be a remake as a horror comedy. I would like to see somebody take this concept and do something with it to make it more horror driven, and see what we could get out of it. Maybe it wouldn't work, but I feel like there's some potential in this movie that's just not quite met. And yeah, maybe a remake might be okay if we made it a little more horror related. For my rating, did you guys do the 1 to 5? I don't feel like this is terrible. It's not a bad movie. It's just not a good movie either. It's just right there in the middle. I'm glad I watched it. I might watch it again somewhere down the road to see if my opinion changes any, but I feel like I'm going to generously give it a 2.5 out of 5, right there in the middle.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
I agree with, like, I was debating that too before we got on about whether or not this would make for a good remake or not, and kind of see what the general audiences or fans of this movie would think.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if they make it too dark, then people are gonna hate it because it doesn't have that campy fun of it. But like new audiences might really like it and then go back and hate the fucking original.
That's possible. Yeah, I see your point. Yeah.
Yeah, it's double-edged sword, right? You can't win there.
Yeah.
But I like that idea. I was also wondering if they would like change the planting of people before harvesting them, and if they would change something like that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't like, I like this cover art, but like the cover art, the reversible one, it has like the tractor pulling all the heads.
Yeah.
So I was like, once I saw that, I was like, oh, nice. We're gonna get like a cool like head rip off scene or something like that.
Right. And then yeah.
Yeah, you don't get that in this movie.
No. No, you really don't. And then you do get, I guess they are still alive, so it makes sense, but they're into they attack Ida. And we didn't even mention I thought it was so dumb at the end where I guess it's Ida that's buried upside down.
Yeah.
So I guess they did that to her. I was just like, what the hell? But yeah, go ahead.
I mean, yeah. What else would you do? You got to get payback somehow, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I like this movie. I liked it a lot more once I kind of realized what I was getting into because it did take a while to get there, which is kind of unfortunate. I do think this movie struggles with time. I think it
Yeah.
could use 10 to 15 minutes shaved off. I think Vincent Mulhoon is fantastic in this movie. He definitely steals the entire show, and he's basically one of the only reasons to watch it.
Yeah.
I actually like the soundtrack too, like the score. And we didn't really bring that up, but the score is actually pretty decent. Oh, did you pick up on the? Sorry, I'm getting way off track.
No, you're okay.
Did you pick up on the?
I did not. Did I completely miss that?
It's real fast. It's really
Okay.
fast. Like it's probably just like one half of it, but when the I don't know, the government food safety guy gets out of his car at night,
Yeah.
there's a short clip of the Jason theme
Oh
in
wow. No,
there.
I missed
If
that.
yeah, go back and I just like watch that scene because I was like, no way, and I'm like, yeah, sure enough.
That's pretty cool.
Um,
Yeah, I did miss that.
and I don't even know what time like 1980. Jason was also 1980, so like
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I wonder. Well, Jason must have came out first at some point, but sorry, yeah, I got super distracted there.
No, that's okay.
Yeah, I think once I got into this movie, I actually started to enjoy it a lot more. I would like to give it a rewatch now that I know what I'm getting myself into and
Yeah,
seeing the
I agree.
enjoyable. Yeah, seeing if there's any more enjoyment out of it.
Right.
But for lack of like good characters to follow and stuff like that, you're not gonna get that in this movie.
Yeah.
I wrote down 3, but I don't mind your 2.5. I'm going to join you at 2.5.
Yeah, I was thinking about it today because I knew we are going to be talking about this tonight, and I was just like 3 seems too high, but 2 seems too low. So yeah, right smack in the middle.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what this movie is. Is just like for now, it is just kind of like a run of the mill. It's not exactly what you're hoping for, but you enjoyed the ride ish.
Yeah, yeah. I'm glad I've finally seen it now, and like you said, that's why I said I might go back and rewatch it because now that I know what it is and I know what to expect, that disappointment won't be there. So maybe go back and watch this. Somewhere down the road, I might be like, okay, yeah, this is actually pretty fun. Now that I know what's happening. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Well, I'll do some fun facts. We're
Okay.
just under an hour now, so I'll do some fun facts real quick,
Sure.
and then we'll wrap her up.
Okay.
So Toby Hooper was originally going to direct the film for Universal Studios, but when the studio backed out at the bizarre project, Hopper also did.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I had seen that he was supposed to have some involvement, and I didn't know what happened on that, so that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. United Artists marketed Motel Hell as a straightforward horror film rather than a black comedy horror film, fearing that any quirkiness in the theatrical trailers or the theatrical release posters would drive away potential audiences. But the tagline, "You might just die laughing," still appears on several of the aforementioned theatrical posters.
Okay.
The role of Sheriff Bruce Smith in the film is specifically written for Paul Link to play. Link went to college with its co-writer and co-producer Robert Joff. Okay, so you got shoehorned in there.
Yeah, they made a mistake.
Yeah, most definitely.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, the film's original screenplay was a darker, more disturbing story with bestiality and a lot more violence in it, and it was definitely not a black comedy. Okay, I didn't know about the bestiality thing.
That might have been too much. That might have been a little too far, but more violence, good. Let's leave out the bestiality. Nobody needs that.
No, I agree. Let's see. Publicity for the film stated that it was the first major role in the motion picture in quite a while for lead actor Rory Calhoun. Calhoun was around 57 years old when he starred in it.
Oh, I thought he was older than that. So, okay.
Jeez, yeah, I mean, dude's looking rough, man.
He was, yeah.
57? Like, oh my, no way.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's that's not much older than I am now. That's kind
Man,
of
you look way better than what he did in that movie.
Appreciate that.
Let's see. A distinctive and infamous production still from the film, the image of Farmer Vincent wearing a severed and bloody pig's head on his head and holding a chainsaw made the cover of Fangoria issue number 9.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The film was shot in 5 weeks. We could tell.
Yeah, I can see that.
The film that Bruce and Terry are watching in the drive-in theater is The Monster That Challenged the World.
Okay.
Universal was originally approached for the film, but the studio disliked its bizarre nature, so it was rejected by it. United Artists ultimately picked up its theatrical release. I mean, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Universal's a huge studio. Bestiality being thrown in there, I'm sure that did not play well.
Yeah, I'm sure that they weren't good with that. Which maybe that's where, we mentioned that one line earlier when they're gonna do the thing with the swingers where they say, I wonder if they're into animals. I hope so. Maybe that got left in there from the other stuff.
Yeah, maybe as like a joke.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'll do 2 more, I think. The ranch house of the Sable Ranch in Santa Carlita, California, doubled as the motel office in the film. Okay. That's cool. And then what? Rory Calhoun and Paul Link play brothers in the film. In real life, Calhoun was 26 years older than Link. I mean, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's see. Oh yeah, of course this movie is it's a parody of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
100%. We got Chester's rating for the movie in here as well. He gave it a 3.3 out of 5.
Okay.
Excellent. Stephanie says that's good meat.
That's funny.
All right, man. Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining me and making me watch something. It would have taken me another long while to give. Oh, Rob just put his fucking
I saw that.
1.5 out of 5. Come on,
really
it's got some good moments. Yeah, ridiculous. All right, sorry. Thank you so much, because otherwise it would have taken me years to get to this movie.
Yeah. No, thanks for having me on. Yeah, and like I said, I'm glad I got to see it once. I feel like I'll probably go back and watch it again somewhere down the road. But yeah, it's been fun talking about it, and I wondered what your thoughts were going to be. So it really seems like we were in the same boat for a lot of this. So yeah.
Yeah. Why don't you take a moment real quick and share with everybody what you got coming up on your channel, where they can find you.
Yeah, just YouTube, Sean's Horror Corner. I'm pretty much on every social media platform there is. You can just search Sean's Horror Corner and find everything. As far as what's coming up, a couple of days I'll have an episode on Friday the 13th Part 3 with Rob and Kaylee from That Horror Couple. Next week I've got episodes coming up on the Funhouse Tobe Hooper movie, Jeepers Creepers 3 with the Final Girls. They're going to be back on as we keep going through that franchise. Dangerous Animals is also coming up next week. And then in February, I just got to confirm it the other day, but Lauren Marie Taylor is going to come on. I get to interview her early February for my channel. So yeah, that's what's coming.
Awesome. Excellent. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Sean, absolutely go out there and follow him, like him, share all of his stuff. What do I got coming up? I don't think I have another. My next planned live is next week, actually 1 week from today, and it is going to be with Mr. Rob Humphrey and Bo, the critic after dark. We're going to be discussing The Invisible Raptor, and a bit of a newer release. It's the first time we've done a live on a newer release in a while.
Okay.
I'm gonna sprinkle in some physical media stuff next week as well, just because the first week of February we are going to be going dark for the whole week.
Okay.
Just because it's the week before the award show, so Sam is going to be needing all the computer time that she can possibly get. So,
Gotcha.
Yeah. So I'll squeeze in 2 probably physical media videos next week, and then we'll be off for the 1st until the 7th. Yeah.
Okay.
But don't worry, we're not gone forever. We're just taking the week off. We might do a couple short reviews if we can get a movie in here and there.
Yeah, and then you're going to be on with me a lot in February. We still got some Scream movies to talk about in February, so yeah.
Yeah, I'll be on your channel 3 times to talk about the Scream franchise. I already, like, between you and my bookings, I'm already booked up next month.
Yeah, I think my February is set too. In fact, I just was talking with Rob the other day, and I was seeing if he wanted to come on in March. And he was like, "I can't believe you're already working on March." And I'm like, "My February's booked. Like, I have to start working on March." So yeah.
I know. I had one guy that I really wanted to have on the channel, and like, I was like, I'm just gonna plan for the end of February, and then I got Rob and Kaylee on for the day that he could come on, because they booked first.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to push you to March. I'm sorry. Like, first week of March, we're gonna do something together, because I'm like, I'm so sorry, man. My February is just totaled right now.
Yeah.
So much going on.
Yeah, I get it.
Awesome. Well, as you can see, there's lots of content coming out from both channels, guys. Please do like both channels, subscribe to both, share all the videos you can. And thank you guys so much for watching. And always remember to stay spooky.